Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to set up your TrackCC Teacher Pro school. Teacher Pro accounts are available to single teacher schools, or if you plan to use TrackCC as a personal productivity tool in a larger school setting. So now that we know what Teacher Pro accounts can be used for, let's set up an account. So on the front page of the TrackCC app, tap on Teacher and tap Create Account. So for this example, let's create a music school. So for the name of the teacher, let's type in music, teacher, and for the email, musicteacher@gmail.com. And you need a password with a minimum of 6 characters. And once you fill all that out, tap Create Account. So now that we have our account created, we have the option to either add a class manually or add classes via file upload on the trackcc.org website. But let's do this manually, so tap Add a Class, and let's create a piano class. And next, we need to create a school term. School terms are often used for a new semester or for other situations where the students and teachers change or are rearranged. So that is when school terms are most useful. So let's tap on Select School Term, and let's make a summer term, which begins at the beginning of June and ends maybe at the end of August. And tap Done, and there you have your summer school term. And our other options here are to add a school name and a description, but those are again optional. So let's just type in music school here and then tap Done. So now we have created our first class, but let's actually add another class. So at the bottom, at the blue bar, the third option there is to add class. So let's tap that. And as you can see, the school term and the school name are saved, but let's just call this one a guitar class and then tap Done. So now you have both of your classes made. Then you can minimize these anytime. But let's add students to both classes now. Let's start with the guitar, add students, and tap at the bottom, blue bar, add student. For the first example student, let's add Alice R and tap Done. And then the same thing again at the bottom, the second option, add student. And let's add Brandon H for our second example student. Now we have 2 students. Tap the back arrow up there. And now let's do the same for the piano class down here. So tap Add Students. At the bottom, add student. Let's add Lauren J. And tap Done. And again, same thing, second option at the bottom, add student. And let's add Thomas G and tap Done. And then tap the back arrow, and as you can see, we have both of our classes here, and let's minimize those for now. So next, I'll explain how to use TrackCC to track our students. So let's open the guitar class back up, and the first option here is the students. So here we have the student list, so let's tap that. And here we have Alice and Brandon, our example students. So let's tap on Alice. So as you can see, you have the first name and the last name, or in this case, the last initial, and you can swipe to see Brandon here. But if you would like to have some more information about the student, just tap Settings at the bottom and scroll down to Student Info Options. Here you can add grade level, email accounts, non-email accounts, which are explained in our blog, phone number, student ID, etc. And you can even, at the bottom it says additional info, you can even add your own fields where if you would like to, for example, add an allergies information box, you can do that. So you can really customize what information to have about your students. So let's actually keep it simple. So just tap Done, and let's just keep the first name and last initial here. So let's tap the back arrow and back arrow again. So let's say we're the teacher of the guitar class and we want to track our students for today's class. So let's start with attendance, the second option here. So tap on attendance, and you can either tap icon for quick attendance here. So that icon means present. So let's say Alice was present. But let's say Brandon was a little bit late today. So tap Brandon on the arrow. And here we can say that he was tardy. And we can even add a note at the bottom. We can say he was 5 minutes late. And this saves automatically. Just tap the back arrow and there, it's saved. So let's tap the back arrow one more time. And now let's add some behavior information here. Let's track their behavior. So tap on behavior and let's tap on Alice. So let's say Alice was really good at teamwork today. She did an excellent job, but maybe she forgot her notebook today. And we can also add notes here if we would like. So now we have tracked the behavior for Alice. Tap the back arrow, and let's just track behavior for Alice and tap the back arrow again. So that is how you track behavior. And let's do the same for grading. So the fourth option down is grading, and so tap on that and tap on Alice. So these can be actually customized, and so can the behavior options, but we're using the default ones now. But similar to the behavior, you see the customize button at the bottom on the blue tab. So you can change these items like daily homework, pop quiz, and for example, in the behavior, the preparedness, participation, you can edit those to whatever options or items you would like. But let's keep the default ones for now. But know that you can customize them using that button at the bottom. So let's say for daily homework today, Alice did a great job. She got 10 out of 10. And then we just click the back arrow. And let's do the same for Brandon. So let's say Brandon, he got a 9 out of 10 on his daily homework. So let's click the back arrow. And now we have graded daily homework for today. Very simple. And back arrow again. And now we have tracked the attendance, behavior, and grading. So the next options here are student notes and class notes. So student notes are individual to the student, and class notes are, of course, for the entire class. So let's try adding some of those. So for the student notes, let's add a student note for Brandon. Let's say that you want to tell him that he did a nice job today. And just a nice little note for that one student, and tap the back arrow, and it's saved for him. But let's try the same for the entire class. So here you open up the class notes, and let's say bring your notebooks tomorrow. And now this note is saved in the log for each student. So tap back, and it's saved there for today's date. All right, and the next option you see here is calendar. So let's do something a little different. You can add calendar items for the individual classes, but let's try to add something from the combined calendar. So this is your calendar for both classes or for all classes. So tap on combined calendar. And here we have the calendar view at the bottom or the event view. So the calendar view has a little dot under the number of the day if there's an event there, but of course we don't have any yet. So let's go back to the event view and tap add event at the bottom blue bar. And let's say we have a combined music class for both the guitar and the piano class. So then we tap select class and we choose all classes. And let's say that combined music class is today, and it starts at 3 and ends at 5. Perfect, and it does not repeat, and we can even add a location. Let's say room 106, and we can even add a URL or we can tap there to write some notes. But let's keep this simple and add this event. And also we can add a photo if we'd like, but let's add the event here. So now we can see that the music teacher added the event for today for the combined music class. And on the calendar view, we can see that number 15 or the 15th has an event. So if we tap on that, we see the event there as well. So that is the combined calendar. So one more thing about the Teacher Pro account, let's look through the settings. So there's lots of settings here. There's some for attendance, which are explained in our blog, and behavior and grading. And you can turn those off and on depending on which ones you decide on using. There's some display options and the student info options, which were explained before. And, excuse me, and let's tap done again. So if we have all of these open, you can tell there's so many different things that can be tracked with TrackCC, but all of this information can be shared with students and guardians through the TrackCC email accounts and or notifications through email and text. So if we go back to settings here at the bottom and scroll to the bottom, this manage app email and SMS notifications will take you to the website where it's easiest to manage how and what notifications you would like to send to the students and guardians. So I recommend looking through those to customize them best for your school. So let's tap done. So this is how you set up a Teacher Pro account. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you have any questions, please contact support@trackcc.org by email, and we're here to help you. Thank you very much.